Con Kerry hemos aprendido un montón de cosas. O sea, es esta búsqueda de retornar a la tierra, a la vida, de darse cuenta cuánta riqueza hay, ¿cierto? Y que la riqueza no es tener monedas en los bolsillos, sino que es reconectarse con la naturaleza, con las personas de una manera consciente.
Welcome to La Finca Abundancia. My name is Kerry and have lived in Ecuador for 10 years on this beautiful farm for 3 years. I found out about Workaway when I was in our small village one afternoon and encountered some workawayers from another farm. When their time was done, they came and spent some time on our farm. And then eventually we became hosts and have been so pleased with the experience of being able to meet and interact with people from literally all over the world.
Yeah! Please, they have to have an elevator.
So I was inspired to come to this farm to create a demonstration farm, a form of regenerative, sustainable agriculture that doesn't depend on chemical poisons, pesticides. Sustainable agriculture is the farm produces what the farm needs. We have an entire focus and emphasis on the microbiological life of the soil. If the soil has the balance of microbial life, then the plants have the nutrition that they need to live and grow in a healthy manner without diseases, without insect pests, and produce nutrient-dense food, which is what we need to sustain our own health and longevity.
O sea, estamos metidos en la montaña, en los Andes tropicales, como le digo a mi familia cada rato. Yo he aprendido mucho con Kerry. Creo que yo a él lo veo y es como una cajita de sorpresas, ¿sí? Y de sorpresas lleno de herramientas.
I wanted to show you something specific here. We covered the juvenile plants, the ground, with bean waste. And a result of our having the ground covered is that now we have worms growing just amazingly. And worms are an indication, when you have a lot of worms, you have an indication that the biological life of the soil is really strong, because the worms are eating primarily the bacteria from the degrading organic matter. And so if there's lots of worms, there's lots of food for worms, meaning the bacterial life is abundant.
Con Kerry hemos aprendido un montón de cosas. O sea, es esta búsqueda de retornar a la tierra, a la vida, de darse cuenta cuánta riqueza hay, ¿cierto? Y que la riqueza no es tener monedas en los bolsillos, sino que es reconectarse con la naturaleza, con las personas de una manera consciente, habitar y querer este territorio. Y ha sido mágico además porque es también darse cuenta que para lograr algo hay que esforzarse un montón. Es decir, el trabajo de la tierra es muy difícil, es duro y cuesta. Entonces también es de alguna forma admirar al otro por su trabajo, es darse cuenta que quien trabaja, quien labra la tierra es realmente la persona más importante, es la profesión más importante que hay en el mundo.
Here we've cut ditches, and then in those ditches we've buried wood. Rotting wood holds moisture. Rotting wood is the food of choice for fungi. Fungi can be destroyed from tillage, period. So we've created banks that are undisturbed and will be undisturbed for the fungi to live and grow out into the beds from. We have 200 avocado trees that are about 4 years old now, and we've created a forest environment for each one of them by stacking sticks and piling leaves underneath and around all the trees. Trees like a fungally dominant soil microbiology, and so simply by putting sticks around as a mulch, we're creating that fungal environment that they love. So my neighbors need this model because the current conventional model isn't working for them. Costs are too high, there's a lot of illness and cancer. The farmers themselves know it's a result of the toxicity of the materials that they're applying. We're taking a look at presenting a complete science-based, experience-based model that they can go home to their farms and immediately produce it. And of course, sustainable has to include economically sustainable, which I believe this model of agriculture that the world needs for so many reasons is a truly economically sustainable model as well.